Hello everyone! Greetings dear Aristobats, fellow immortals and mortals yet to be claimed by the night. Welcome to this lady's humble abode. So here we are with a new patch. I have been heavily spoiled, unfortunately, about a certain incident, and I know that many things are about to go down this time, but luckily I don't know the context behind everything, and I'm hoping that the stuff I accidentally came across won't ruin the experience for me. That aside, I hope you like the new background music I've set. We now have an actual player to change the music in the suitcase. I love this track, guys. It's so calm and cozy. I like the previous one as well, but this one that we get in the stories is just so good, dude. I love this track. However, I am surprised that out of all the soundtracks that were available, I didn't like much else. From what I understand, the songs we were given are all from background music during stories we've experienced. And I don't know, personally, maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I really liked many of the patch opening music more than the background, you know. I'm sure they can't put that in here though because of the atmosphere. For example, I absolutely love the Uluru Games menu screen song, but I'm guessing that wouldn't fit for a background music in the suitcase. So I understand that. But yeah, out of everything that we were given so far, that is just the beginning, this is my favorite track and the one that we already had before getting the player in the suitcase. But yeah, enough about that. Let's get to the real stuff, to the crisis we're facing at the Foundation and Laplace right now. Again with the banger graphics though, the art is crazy. Look at this. I'm hoping we're going to experience each of these women's POV in this, because a lot is going on. They can't just be showing us one side. But anyway, yeah, I don't want to talk anymore. I want to see. Enter. The secret of the diagonal. Oh, we're back at the beach, guys. Oh goodness, here it is. Here is a part I've been spoiled on, I think at least, because maybe we'll have several parts of the beach. And the island as a whole, I mean, not just the beach. Anyway. From softened branches to transcendent heavens, the thought she could grasp it all.
Mama, I have a question. Why don't people like the irrational numbers?
The woman turns around, gazing her daughter with warm affection.
Do you feel the same about them, 37?
Ah. Yeah, they look very much alike.
Maybe a little?
37 looks down and kicks away a pebble.
You see, Mama, I can count to 3 and to 17, but I can never count to something like 0.0100100001000001, let alone use it in calculations.
That was very specific. Yeah, in that case, I too hate irrational numbers.
The endless, non-repeating decimals would make a mess of the results, and I can't keep the equations as simple and elegant as I want.
But your favorite, the circle. The ratio of its circumference to diameter is also an irrational number, is it not?
Pi is special. I know how it was found and what it represents, so I trust it and use it in my calculations. The same with E, logarithm 2, and root 2.
I never wanted to come back to these things, but here we are.
But not many irrational numbers are this convenient to work with.
Girl, none of these numbers are convenient for me to work with.
Some have no patterns, no simplest forms, and no end. I can't work out their digits, write them out, or calculate them. Not only are they impossible to pinpoint on the number axis, but there's an infinite amount of these irrational numbers. What's so funny, Mama?
You're a clever, silly goose, my dear. You don't dislike them, you just don't understand them enough.
Leaning down, she picks up a soggy twig. Her hand moves, sliding the tip of the twig across the land. 4 equal perpendicular lines are drawn, with 2 more diagonal lines intersecting in the middle. It is the shape of the familiar square.
Take our old friend root 2, for instance. The irrationality of this number can be proven through basic arithmetic, as it cannot be expressed as an irreducible fraction of integers a over b. A simple proof by contradiction is enough, with no knowledge of irrational numbers required. The presence of root 2 is prevalent in nature, and it is particularly noticeable along the diagonals of a square. This means...
Oh, I know! This means the system built solely on the ratio of integers was flawed.
Yes, root 2 is simple, elegant, and one of the greatest discoveries in mathematics. It showed the existence of infinite incommensurable numbers, with root 2 being the most obvious one to find. This was how the Tower of Old Ideas crumbled, paving the way for revolutionary breakthroughs that catapulted mathematical analysis into uncharted frontiers.
Okay, now it makes sense that 37 could use such complicated words from a young age, because her mother uses them too.
We discovered a kingdom beyond our traditional methods, one that's immeasurable, incommensurable, and inexhaustible. And the key to its gates is hidden in plain sight, in the diagonal of a square.
A kingdom of irrationality.
The girl listens intently. As always, she understands quickly.
I see now, Mama. We are not all-knowing beings. There will always be numbers beyond our awareness, such as the nature of irrational numbers. So, if we get to know the irrational numbers better, we can be friends with them too.
And that's what she tried all her life, to understand everyone around her. Except from 210 that she got tired of.
But you haven't told me why people on the island hate them.
The image of her mother's face fractures. But a smile is clear, gentle, quiet, and almost pitying.
Mama?
Damn.
37. You're awake.
Ah, yeah, true. She had collapsed by Vertin, and Vertin fought for her, but apparently they came out of the cave now. The girl sits upright in bed, her eyes staring into the air in dismay.
Sophia? How long was I out?
Guys, you know what I did realize? I've always thought that, but I didn't know for sure. Damn it, I didn't pay much attention, but the outfit 37 is wearing is bigger than her, and it looked very much like her mother's, but I didn't pay attention enough. But now that I see it, I see the cut on the chest and all, and how everything's so bigger. So she's wearing her mother's clothes? Is that what it is?
You've been in a coma for a week.
A week? Her words are cut off as 37 jumps off the bed, rushing her way out.
No, stop! You're not well yet! There's no time! I have to find 6! I have to tell them now! Our circle has been broken.
Not gonna lie, I didn't understand. It's kind of funny to me, but from this distance, I'm seeing 37's little versions here, and all my brain is translating is Miku. Hatsune Miku, I mean, if you're familiar.
Now we've learned some manners in a payron, haven't we? Namely, to abstain from beans, Never parcel off a loaf, and stay away from the white roosters on the road. Oh, it's been so long since we last talked about these things. How time does fly. This rusty brain of mine is struggling to keep up. We should have waited until dawn to light the candles. The sun would have mistaken the day for night and delayed its appearance in the morning. That way we would have had more time to talk.
What?
Indeed. You possess a far greater understanding of the laws of nature than your ancestors. It's only natural that you wouldn't relate candlelight to sunrise. But for the people of earlier times, there was a commonly understood connection between the two.
Huh.
Did the trees not bear fruit after the Horn of Plenty was filled at the harvest festival? Did the field not wave with grain? Does the lighting of a match not illuminate the moon? It's human nature to try to understand the world. Of course, at that time, mistakes were made, and some phenomena were attributed to the wrong causes. Some theories were developed from false facts. It was a time of symbols, you see. The flower represented blessings and harvest. The Ouroboros, the eternal cycle. The hawk, wit and astuteness. And the soil, safety and protection. Aside from nature, the circle symbolized protection, the triangle, stability, and the triple helix, ascendance, change, and the unity of mind, body, and soul.
And this is why such symbols were also used in magic in the past, especially Renaissance magic. I think that's when they were using shapes a lot. They were having this mixed symbols on each other, and they would use those symbols for magic, you know. I think I remember reading something about that when I was researching Renaissance magic. But apart from that, like, if you see magic symbols, or even alchemy symbols, they have a lot of such shapes in them, and they represented different things.
As time went on, things became associated with one another, and more symbols were created.
It's not a very methodological approach.
You can see the cause and effect with your own eyes, dear. It's clear when something is related and when it isn't. If the outcome isn't what we expect, these symbols must be incorrect. But it's not their physical form that's wrong. Physical objects never lie. It's the meaning and concept given to them that are wrong, you see. Objects are just objects. A match is just a match, not the illuminator of the moon. Animal is just an animal. The circle and triangle are only shapes. And you are just you.
Part 2, the blue and the gray. It's about to go down. You see what's going on here? It's about to go down. From opposite ends of the prayer hall, wary eyes meet in a silent standoff. Like I said, it's about to go down.
Nothing's happening.
They're all just staring at each other. The hall of truth is as crowded as ever. Ideas, noises, and arguments are all crammed into one space.
Miss Vertin, your attention, please.
Damn, what is she? Oh my god, who is she? What is she? Oh my goodness. Wait a second. I need to analyze this, guys. I'm sorry. First of all, she seems to have one of these. And from what I understand, only leaders or leading figures wear something like that, I'm guessing. Because everybody else is wearing... Wait, maybe it's just me, no. Maybe it means nothing, never mind. I'm just thinking that, 210 is wearing the grapes and the leaves and all. And the only one I can think of that wears gold on his hat is 6. And are these scales? Ma'am, are you a gorgon? Is it a gorgon? Let me think. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure what a Gorgon is in my own country's mythology. So I'm guessing dragon or a sea creature, like mermaid, gorgon. I won't say siren though, because siren is a mermaid in other countries. Here in Greece, sirens were portrayed a little differently. Oh my goodness, what are you? I want you. Anyway, I'm sorry, I just got too excited. Sudden. I hope she doesn't die.
This is a public inquiry, and your answer determines the fate of you and your friends. There will be a vote on your punishment, considering the leak of the island's coordinates and the damages caused by you and Manus Vindictae. Yet, in the past 2 hours, you've looked at your watch 10 times. Forgive me for being blunt. What could possibly bother you more than your sentence?
Imminent death. That's what.
My apologies.
Then apologize, tell them! There is a high chance you could die. I mean, obviously, let's be real. So far, this place has been immune to the storm. But what if, you know? A mocking click of the tongue can be heard from the crowd.
Let her look, 888. Doesn't it occur to you that time is also in the form of numbers? Perhaps she's waiting for her lucky number to come.
His words cause a ripple of chuckles throughout the hall. Clearly, after hours of debate and discussion, this light-hearted moment brings a much-needed sense of relief.
Besides, what conclusions have the good people here made? We were brought together in this great hall today, for misfortunes have struck us in the past week. Manus followers were found dead in our sacred place, the Gorgon current was cut off, and a human army has invaded our land. There are also the territorial disputes, the threats from external powers, and the conflicts between our guests. As you can see, our guests have brought us quite the unexpected gifts. They will give us their explanations. But whose words should we trust? Those of the Foundation or Manus Vindictae?
Technically, either side is bad. He bows slightly, gesturing to the left of the stage.
I swear on the stone of truth that I have no knowledge of the League. We never gave any information to the humans. As we speak, the St. Pavlov Foundation is taking measures to mediate the territorial disputes from outside the island.
But you did report everything here to the Foundation, and you don't know what they did with the information, do you?
Right.
A questionable defense. A doubtful explanation. Why should we trust her? We all know that the Foundation is closely associated with the humans. They are the false friends of the Arcanists. With their crocodile tears and broken vows, while many may have changed over time, their nefarious human taint lingers. Besides, why should we seek collaboration and assistance from an organization that's 7 years behind us on the study of the emanation?
Oh, burn. This one was good. His words evoke a murmur of agreement.
But rush not, brothers and sisters. The moment of decision has not yet arrived. Let's give our old friend Manus Vindictae a fair and equal hearing before casting our pebbles into the pot.
He stretches out his right hand, directing the audience's attentions across the stage. On the right, there sits a quiet figure in black and white.
Indeed. The Foundation's understanding of the emanation is 7 years behind ours. However, our Manus friends here are unable to speak at all, let alone understand complex mathematical principles. Please enlighten us, Miss Arcana. Why were swaths of your followers found dead at the door of our sacred place? Did our math lessons drive them to madness, causing them to bash their heads against the gates of truth like martyrs?
No, but that would be me.
So it would seem.
Really?
What?
Her quick and straight answer causes a commotion in the crowd. Yet she only gently closes the book on her lap, uncaring of the suspicious stares around her.
One must confess that our followers were ill-prepared to take on the wisdom of the island. But we didst come seek mutual development with sincerity. I trust you are aware of the assistance we have provided over the years in this world of matters, which you, though reluctantly, relied upon.
Oh wait, so they somehow gained immunity for the island with the help of the manners? Is that what she's trying to say?
As to this debate, I was once told a story that now seems fitting to recount.
Her gaze falls on the bench. The fair-haired judge has not spoken a word since the debate began.
Pray, share with us.
Thank you kindly. 'Tis the story of the Circle. A young artist told it to me before I arrived on this island. In the ancient past, amid a world of primitive instincts and ignorance, the first intelligent mind awakened. Overwhelmed by the enormity of nature and dismayed by its own insignificance, the creature was shaken to its core. In an act of defiance, it drew a magic circle, shielding its powerless self from the formidable world beyond. This was the first magic, when the primitive man mastered the pneuma within and wielded it against the relentless forces of nature. In that process, man hath gained a deeper understanding of the boundaries and limitations of its power. This is the tale of the first circle. The circle shielded us, and its protection benefits thee to this day. What I find intriguing in this story, man hath established its existence, recognized its boundaries, and learned the purpose of life, all by relying upon this very circle.
What? The whole gate bursts open. The intruder with a small figure leans weakly against the doorframe. Oh.
37.
All eyes are fixed on the young girl. Some have even risen to their feet in surprise. The leader on the bench breaks the silence.
What's wrong, 37?
The island.
Her pale lips tremble, struggling to get the words out.
Our island has fallen ill.
Even the slightest sound is gone. An eerie silence descends upon the hall. They're here. Another dull, muffled thump, as if something struck a hard surface. But it's enough to get the rest of the crowd on the feet. They look up at the roof. The thud came from up there. More thumps follow. It's as if the hall has turned into a drum, with an out-of-control drummer playing frantically on the dome.
Ah! What is going on? Is that a hailstorm?
You wish.
No. I don't think so.
Standing outside the gate, the numberless corrector looks up at the sky. Being barred from entering the hall, she can see better from where she stands.
Those are Abraxases falling from the sky.
What? Another look at the watch. It's become something of a habit over the last few hours. This is it. The long-anticipated moment has finally arrived.
It's the storm.
So because they fly high, they're hit by the storm earlier. Is that what it is?
The storm of this era is here.
But there's something I don't get. Like, didn't the island experience the storm back when Six took his place as a leader after his mother? I think so. Not his mother, sorry, his aunt, right? I thought there was this storm, and it was also, who was it? 37's oh goodness, I don't remember, either 37's mother or Sophia's parents came back with a ship that they came in as those shapes that are stuck in the beach. Wasn't that the storm back then? The ship just, broke for some reason because of a normal storm and the people died in the sea. That's what happened. I really thought that whatever happened before Six got his place was actually a storm, but it was either a little further away from the island or the island was immune to it. Feel free to clear this out for me in the comments, because I really thought this island has gone through multiple storms every time another Six had to rise in the leader's position, and that this isn't the first storm they're experiencing. Excuse my being a little stuffed, by the way. It's my allergies are killing me again. Bring the Gable Down, part 3. Boundaries are intangible, existing within the depths of every heart. Alright, so this is pretty high for me, so I'm going to go with Breeze mode. Again, if you watched the finale of the previous patch, you know how I feel about this situation. I don't care about the rewards right now. I'll care more about them when I get stronger.
Miss Vertin, did you just say the emanation has happened? Just now?
More precisely, its 24-hour countdown has begun. There's always a buffer period before the storm, during which the storm syndrome gradually spreads from the critical point across the globe. The symptoms are different every time, and we have yet to discern a pattern.
Oh, so maybe that's why the Abraxas fell from the sky. That's another type of symptom that they're not familiar with, I guess.
With the help of Laplace Scientific Computing Center, the best we can do now is to send a 24-hour warning prior to the storm.
Oh, it's Laplace. I've been calling it Laplace, I'm sorry.
Another minute has passed.
The hall is once again filled with the whispers of the White Rose. On this island dedicated solely to the study of the emanation, the situation has far surpassed their imaginations.
Please remain seated, everyone. We are still in the middle of a vote. The emanation holds no influence on this island. The discussion must continue until a satisfactory conclusion is reached. No other subjects shall be brought up until then.
Okay, so it was immune up to now to the emanation. It's not anymore. Because of probably what happened in their sacred place, in the cave that the monster Vertin fought. Anyway, let's see. The Banshee, acting as custodian of the assembly, raises her voice, drowning out the arguments. She's a Banshee? Alright. So that means we're going to have more Banshees in the future, right? As playable characters, perhaps? Blue Pork, please? Despite the unforeseen turn of events, she remains committed to her duty. The debate must go on.
Come here, 37. Can someone please bring her a blanket?
Her voice softens as she looks at the frail, slender girl in front of her.
42. Go with Sophia and check on those Abraxases.
The man bows and leaves. Order is restored under the dome once more.
Ah, good news. Good news indeed. We are freed from the pain of choosing whom to blame, are we not?
What?
That's what I thought too, but kept pressing next, because I knew the answer would come eventually. The rhetorician raises a hand with triumphant smile. As usual, he's offering a new perspective, or what some might call another attempt at stirring up the crowd.
The emanation is coming. The tides of Numa will pour from above and wash away all trivialities. By then, human intruders and the international powers of this era, along with the turmoil they brought, will all be dissolved and poured into the ditches like gunk. And we will regain our shores and return to the study of essence and forms.
His words are met with silence. The crowd is lost in thought, having long detached themselves from the phenomenal world. 210's words are striking a chord.
No, it's different this time.
The petite figure stands on her feet. She's pale as snow from her coma and did not bother to put on the blanket given to her.
The island has fallen ill. It's getting bloated, stagnant, and sluggish, drifting into the world of matters where ignorance reigns. Soon, the tides of Numa will wash over us, sweeping away the fragments of the phenomenal world.
What did you say? In other words, we will all be taken by the emanation? This
This is unthinkable.
This is terrible news, one that nobody wants to hear right now. The impact is like a bomb going off. The crowd is buzzing with fearful whispers. The lady next to 37 stands up, still holding the unused blanket.
37, you just woke up from a coma. You're not well. Why don't you take another rest?
No time for that. I'm here to warn you. Apiron is gone. I can no longer sense it. This has never happened before.
So this is what I'm guessing. 37 took Vertin to the cave to show her the truth, right? That thing up on the stairs they were climbing. And then they came across the Manus and fought with them, killed the monster, and then their dead companions were found at the cave, right? And Arcana said that they've helped the island before. So I'm guessing that when the Manus realized that the island wasn't going to go with their ways anymore, they took away that which helped the island remain safe. That's one scenario that I have in my head, because apparently they know a way of immunity to the storm, right? But I'm also thinking that perhaps they stole whatever was that appearing inside the cave. Like, while Vertin was fighting those Manus people, perhaps Arcana was doing something in the background.
Why are you so surprised, 37?
The question is asked softly, but it cuts like ice.
You should know the reason of its alienation. You brought outsiders to the sacred place. You betrayed the scripture's teachings and angered Apiron. Of course, I may have jumped to this accusation, as Manus Vindictae also intruded our sacred place without permission. People, as of now, there's no proof that the emanation will influence the island. 37's account is lacking.
It's really hard holding my sneezes when I'm playing, because, you know, if I sneeze outside of dialogue, I can cut it off, but when they're talking, that's another thing, and I cannot cut it. Sorry for cutting the sound here, but I sneezed. I couldn't hold back. It's not me, it's the weather.
And we are still plagued by suspicions, accusations, and the damages done to our home. We are to proceed with the hearing and reach a final verdict on both the Foundation and Manus Vindictae.
The attempt to refocus the assembly fails as half the audience turns their attention to the gate. Sophia has returned, standing hesitantly in front of the entrance.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I shouldn't have intruded the Hall of Truth, but...
Though irritated by the constant interruptions, the custodian immediately notices a peculiar expression.
Sophia, weren't you and 42 checking on the Abraxases? What is the matter?
The corrector gestures in the air, her voice shaken.
The Abraxases don't look right. Their beaks, no, their entire heads are melting into oil paints. And 42, we were on the beach, suddenly he...
Her words trail off. Beyond the open gate, the screeching of the bird monsters completes her sentence. The other believer appears behind her, shoving Sophia aside as he flails and stumbles into the hole. His face is melting, colorful oil paints forming a puddle on the floor.
Now I see! It finally all makes sense! There never was the truth, nor the transcendental! Everything is a lie! Nothing but shadows on walls, flickers of fire and fragments of reality! No one will survive the oblivion! The island will be destroyed amid its conflict!
Is that... the storm syndrome?
42, your face!
Completely disregarding those around him, he bursts into maniacal laughter, casting an arcane glow in his palms. He jumps into a seat and knocks over a row of torches.
No one!
888, stop conversing with him. We must subdue him. Now.
Okay, so you know the drill. I'll be right back. Okay, done.
He has the storm syndrome. Please, listen everyone. 37 is right. Something's changed on this island. Your immunity to the emanation has been weakened.
42 lies motionless on the floor, his face still a mass of colorful pain. Fear and uncertainty quickly arise around him.
How? That's never happened in the last 8 times!
A feeble induction, my friend. Just because you've never seen a purple cow doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Must we talk of logic now? 42 has literally been emanated!
First the army, then the emanation. Everything's been falling apart since the outsiders arrived on this island.
You have to take your brains out of who came in this island right now and focus on what you can do to survive, though.
The Foundation and Manus Vindictae. One of them must answer for this.
Then you should also ask 37 and number 0 what they've done in the sacred place to anger Apeiron so much.
No, 37 didn't cause this. I told you, it was Manus Vindictae. They broke the peace agreement and launched suicide attacks. They forced their way into the cave.
You and them are equally responsible on this matter. They at least paid with their lives. What about you? You claim that 42's abnormality was caused by the emanation. But how are we to believe that it isn't, in fact, the work of your arcane skills? As we went through your belongings, Miss Vertin, we found a golden sampling device. Enlighten us. What exactly is the Foundation looking for here?
That's...
From the other side of the hall comes a soft chuckle.
Good, Vertin, good. Let the confrontations be louder and the struggles be harder. I wonder what shall come of this.
Silence.
Daddy, chill.
The gavel slams down with a heavy, undeniable thud. The host of the assembly rises to his feet, his face unusually grave.
The debate will end now. Since we were unable to come to an agreement, further discussion is pointless. There are more pressing matters to attend to. This will be the end of the assembly, and my decision will be the final ruling. I demand that both parties leave this island at once.
The decision is clear and final. As a number of reconciliation, Six has been mindful of his use of unilateral authority. Yet, there are no objections this time. The whole falls into silence, a silence that demands a decision. What to do? Oh goodness. Does it matter? I don't know if it matters because, you know, I don't think they have 2 versions of this. Because, you know, last time we were given options, no matter what you did, the result was 1. But I do want to wait for Arcana's move. I would leave, this is my decision for sure. If they think we're the problem, I would leave. However, I know for a fact that whether I'm leaving or not, since whatever protected them so far isn't there, the island will be gone. It doesn't matter. I don't think Vertin has a way to protect the island anyway, so staying there makes no sense. But I want to see what Arcana will do, so... Leaving the island would be a huge loss. The discussion about the storm has only just begun, and the depths of the cave is yet to be explored. I don't care about the depths of the cave right now, I just want to see that bitch's move. Worst of all, the leader of Manus Vindictae, she can be left here with the skull of Apeiron. That too. That is also a concern of mine, but I mostly want to see her move. Will she accept the verdict? Will she appeal? Just what exactly is she after? It's a zero-sum game, where the first one to react is more likely to lose. The best course of action is to wait.
The decisions of my fellow brethren shall be respected.
Okay.
I also agree with your verdict.
She casually agrees, just as she did when asked to pledge on the stone bangles.
But may I ask for one small doubt to be dispelled?
Of course she would wait what I would do and then add what she wants to say. Bitch! I told you, no matter what we do, she would do that. I'm guessing that whatever she's going to ask right now is going to change the whole situation again.
Miss Vertin and I will depart ere long. Do you truly not desire aid from us?
You're kind to ask, miss. It is true that our circle has been disturbed, but we see it as a mere turbulence of the phenomenal world.
So what, are you just gonna sit back and take it?
He who holds the compass decides the circle. This will not shift the center of our focus, nor change the shape of our beliefs.
Sixpence down, laying his hand on 42's forehead.
Medin Hagan.
Midin Hagan. What?
He purged the storm syndrome with an arcane skill.
He can do that?
I never thought it would be possible.
The leader straightens up, looking as composed as ever.
The light of intelligence has cleansed 42 of confusion. It is also what the island needs.
So this is the power of the Sixes. He can cure the island. Or he will be the next Apiran. Do not kill Six, I swear. Leave my boy alone.
The incident will be properly handled, and my ruling stays unchanged.
Okay, that means that he will survive, right? If he remains the leader.
I expect your words to be matched by actions, Miss Arcana.
So you say yes to her help, but not ours? His tone is cold, leaving no room for negotiation.
Certainly. It was a fair and just decision. If only one could depart amidst such unfavorable weather.
If only somebody could hold me back from slapping her across the face. I don't trust it. You can see she's gonna do something.
I presume Miss Vertin will also appreciate more time to prepare for the journey. What sayest thou?
It is a reasonable request, and her expression is nothing but decent and sincere. Sincere? When is anything on this character's design sincere? She looks sketchy the whole time.
The hourglass empties in 2 hours. Please leave before that.
Ah, okay, so I misunderstood. He doesn't want anybody's help. He showed them that he can handle it by himself, and the island people can handle it by themselves, so they don't need their help. Okay, I'm sorry, due to my stress, I misunderstood. I thought he was going to take their help.
Thank you for your thoughtful consideration.
The decision is met with no further objection from the people. Six puts away the hourglass and looks at the silent audience.
Lastly, I would like to share a story.
I love that there is more pressing matters to attend to, but then again, he too has a story to tell.
To conclude today's meeting and respond to Miss Arcana's tale.
I am most honored.
The leader raises his hands and faces the people.
I too have heard the story of the first circle, but in my version, more followed. The first of man were intimidated by the enormity of nature and constantly tried to defy and escape it. Our ancestors, however, had the opposite reaction. They found solace in nature, which welcomed them with a nourishing embrace, sharing its vastness and sublimity without reservation. It was the perfect harmony, the moment the circle ceased to represent confrontation and avoidance. As we bathed in Apollo's illumination and wandered the tranquil shores, our souls resonated, and we were lifted to a higher wisdom. This was how we conquered our fears, emerged from ignorance, and allowed ourselves to indulge on the essence and forms. This was the rise of the classic man. May you all be blessed with the courage for reconciliation, the determination for peace, and the devotion to nature. Qualities no less noble than caution and defiance. You may all leave now.
Please, just a moment.
A clear voice rings across the hall, stopping Six in his tracks. Her robe flatters as she stands up on the high podium.
I will fix our circle. 888 was right. I have enraged a Peron. I am responsible. I will go back to the sacred place, pass its test, and ask it to share the divine light of Gnosis so we can learn the truth about the essence.
Yeah, but what if it's not there at all anymore?
I will make up for what I've done. I promise.
Six turns around, his eyes meeting the gaze of the determined star.
It has been 300 years since the last challenger had their success in the cave. 37, are you aware that we have other means to cleanse the island, even if you don't bring the matter to Apeiron?
Yes, I'm aware.
Then are you aware of the price you will pay, should you fail its test?
Death?
Yes, I am.
Then you shall have my blessing.
He leaves, ignoring the murmurs of shock. The gable is thus brought down. The long debate has finally come to an end. Yeah, but is it safe to go out? I don't know, I think it'd be safer to stay in that building. Anyway, part 4, the beginning of a proof. A wise man once said, a good start is half the battle. However, he forgot to mention what completes the rest of the battle.
The headquarters has issued a notice. The critical point of the storm is in Vienna.
The chief assistant puts down Miss Radio and turns around with a somber expression.
This type of storm syndrome involves a bodily transformation into oil paintings, primarily affecting the face, but sometimes spreading to the torso. It is often accompanied by delirium and an intense obsession with war. Like the storm of 1929, it was accelerated by social upheavals resulting from the constant tensions Management Dictate created between nations.
This era.
The color of the sky has changed. The storm syndrome has finally reached this island. No one on the team's caught it yet, but that could soon change.
This is absurd!
With a bag filled with alchemy materials over her shoulders, the young pirate remains spirited despite a week in underground captivity.
We went through all that trouble, sweated our guts out, and finally got to a place where the storm can be kept out. But now you're telling me that immunity is going to disappear like a fart in the wind?
I mean, it's a way to put it.
I was planning to stay here for a while. There might be alchemic materials and pieces of books the Abraxas has left behind from their mills. Oh, now that is frustrating, mate!
Such is the nature of Arcana.
The immunity hasn't disappeared. It's just waning. For now, only the beach has lost the effect. We're still safe around the Hall of Apeiron.
Oh, I was right. Maybe they should stay inside.
But there's no guarantee that we'll be safe here forever, right? Reminds me of Xeno's survival test.
Sinetto and I talked about this. We think the island is protected by a large-scale arcane ritual. The sudden decay of the island's storm immunity might be the result of its changes, though I'm unsure of the specifics.
Those people are doing something about it, right? That leader with the rockstar hair, shouldn't he be taking action by now?
Rockstar hair.
6 has gathered all integers after the assembly. They're going to perform a mass cleansing ceremony. 37 also mentioned a test. I think they have more than one way to deal with the changes.
To the best of this apple's knowledge, secluded pure-blood arcanist groups often have rituals that they keep to themselves. These islanders impart truths based on intellect and rationality, yet their doctrines are highly religious. Perhaps their arcane skills are passed down in a religious manner.
Oh, very mysterious, very arcane. I hope they're not all huddled together doing a mass at a time like this. And I'm more worried about us, Capitan.
Lilia changes her tone, unusually serious.
Arcana asked for more time for both sides to withdraw, didn't she?
Yes. 6 gave us 2 hours to leave. That is to say... we must set out when the storm countdown reaches 2000.
And before that, the stone bangle on your wrist still works, right?
Yes. I can feel it. It would scold me whenever I thought about going to war with them.
Huh, I see. So we only have 2 hours for the plan.
Plan? What plan? Aren't we sneaking away from all this?
Sorry, Regulus. Your accommodation was a long way from ours, so we haven't given you the latest updates. To put it simply...
Where are you going?
The sudden appearance of the girl startles the crowd. 37 stands there with a curious look on her face.
37,
We're discussing how to leave this place, 37.
Precisely. I was just about to say, your chief wants us gone in a jiffy, but we don't even have a piece of wood to sail with. Vertin is sizing us up to see if we can fit in her suitcase. She's going to swim across the Aegean Sea using her tiny arms. Right, Vertin?
Regulus squints and eagerly pokes her elbow in.
Right.
You don't have to agree with her nonsense.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Girl, I thought you were reasonable. Does that sound normal to you?
Then you must leave from the north side of the beach. Jump off the cliff there and head south. The cliff is on the tangent line of the Hall of Aperon, which is a good sign for your journey.
She doesn't know people cannot swim that far. Anyway, she nods confidently, fully convinced of her own conclusion.
I will show you where to jump, but you'll have to wait till Vertin and I return.
Me? Where are we going?
What kind of question is that? The only place worth going.
She extends her hand with a light and happy tone.
You're the one and only Zero. We'll go see Aperon together.
Ah yeah, she told us, that Zero is Vertin.
Aren't you going to look for 37?
Okay, I must admit, I saw people's theories that this is actually Basmet, and I don't know how to feel. I mean, the hair looks the same, the voice sounds the same, but how could she be at two places at the same time? Because I don't actually remember at which time was the Pay City story taking place. Because, based on that, I would know if she just moved from Journeys to doing that to being on the island. But we're going back and forth in timelines so much that I've lost track of it. Like, even with Rayashki, she was telling us the story of Rayashki. We don't know when she went to Rayashki, before or after the Pay City incidents. So yeah, I don't know if this, to me personally, is indeed Basmet, or... I mean, I can't say her twin sister, because it wouldn't be weird if both sisters lost their eyesight. I don't know. But it is an interesting theory, and that pretty much cannot be debunked based on at least the voice and the hair and the fact she cannot see.
You took such good care of her while she was in a coma.
In the darkness, the figure trembles ever so slightly. She tries to steady herself.
I don't know. I don't know what I should do, Madam Marta.
And she also calls her Madam. So maybe her full name is Marta Basmet.
She's going back to the cave for the test, where I can't help her.
She looks down, trying her best to press her shaking hands together.
All I can do is pray for her, for I have no adequate knowledge or power to assist her. As ever.
What do you mean as ever? You've helped her many times before. But yeah, in the cave I agree, she can't do much.
Perhaps you needn't worry so much. 37 is the one favored by truth. She will be fine.
I know. It's just...
Sophia lets out a long, helpless sigh and buries her face deep in her palms.
She is also of mortal flesh. She could get hurt, bleed, or die.
She avoids looking at the beach, seeing it as a battlefield where she lacks the skills to engage.
You haven't been with us for long, Madam Marta. Aperon and its test might be new to you.
Okay, this one changes things.
Here on this island, we spent years theorizing, proving, and constructing models based on our mortal comprehension, defining the boundaries of what man is capable of understanding. But when it comes to the essence and forms, we are unable to make any definitive statements. So we humbly approach the temple and inquire about the correctness of our beliefs, and our answer is delivered as a yes or no, reverberating in the form of echoes.
Is that the submission of proof Six mentioned before?
The corrector nods, knowing her friend has a natural talent for this.
Validating one's essence and soul with a number, and verifying the authenticity of one's claims are simple feats for us. But a Peyron's test is different. Those who succeed will obtain the transcendental truth. Those who fail will pay a terrible price. Everything has its limits and boundaries. Those who overstep their bounds will only court their own misfortune. We must respect and be wary of our limits, so our souls will be adequate for our bodies, and all things be refrained from excess. The boundless, limitless, and infinity are not of our realm to tread. They belong only to ancient beings that we cannot utter. We can only stand in awe, offering our admiration, humility, and reverence. Now 37 is going to knock on its door and ask to be indulged with the transcendental truth. But if she fails, if she can't bear the weight of the boundless infinity,
she can go on.
I wish I knew a better way, or could even do it in her place.
So based on this conversation, I can see why she will act as whatever she's going to act at the end of this. Again, like I said, I've been spoiled. I won't tell you what happens, but I couldn't fathom why she would act the way she does later on based on what I knew thus far when I saw the spoiler. But now this makes absolute sense.
But only she can do it. It has to be her. 37.
I'm sure this is the perfect solution to finally put an end to all our problems.
She's so excited.
If I pass the test, a Peyron will grant me the answer to one question. It can be any question I don't have an answer to, even about the essence and everything. At least that's what Mama told me.
37 nods with confidence.
I just have to choose the right question to ask, and we will be rid of all the troubles. Whether it be the emanation, the turmoil of the phenomenal world, or the dangers threatening the island, all will be gone. I have Six's blessing. He agrees with me. So, Vertin...
Sorry about that, guys. The internet threw me out.
Not so fast. You can't just steal away our helmswoman like that. This thing, it's too good to be without any risks, don't you think? What if Vertin doesn't make it back, huh? Who's going to swim us across the sea then?
It could be risky, but not for Vertin, only for me. 0 multiplied by any number will still be 0.
So it isn't death, their punishment if they fail?
And we have validated that proof.
Well, that's not good enough for this pirate. Besides, Vertin doesn't seem like a 0 to me.
It's okay, Regulus. I think I'll be safe there. But 37, isn't this a sacred test with your people? I've never taken the oath. I'm not one of you.
That does not matter, Vertin.
She gently shakes her head in determination.
But you must know that once we enter the temple, we cannot turn back. The path to the truth is a one-way road.
But didn't they take that path before too? Like, didn't she want to show her the truth in the cave before? Weren't they going to go through the test the previous time she brought her there?
Our last visit was interrupted, remember? You didn't get to ask your question, and I didn't get my answer.
Once again, my questions come before the answer of the game comes. Right, one sentence before the actual answer is given.
And now, I don't need to ask my question anymore.
What was your question? She bites her lip, holding her own arms tight.
You and your friends were right, Vertin. The discord in the phenomenal world does have an effect on essence and forms. No one can argue against this when facing the emanation. But there's more I'd like to know, and I believe you feel the same. I will tell Six that you're coming with me. I will tell everyone and persuade them, because this is the right thing to do.
Go, Timekeeper. While you're out, Lilia and I will ready us for evacuation.
We will liaise with the Foundation from here.
Thank you both. I'm ready. Before we go, 37, I have a question.
A golden opportunity has arisen. This could be a chance to level the playing field against the
You
Manus
just said that a Piran will grant an answer to whoever passes the test. Will it answer my question?
Duh, that's what she
If I
told
asked for
you.
a way to become immune to the storm.
Oh. Now that is interesting because we do know that Vertin's suitcase is immune, right? She always says, if you're in here, you'll be safe. But she herself isn't immune. So if there's a way for her to become immune, she can run away with a suitcase and save everybody. However, how many people can stay inside the suitcase? That's what I want to know. I mean, we already have many characters, so I'm guessing a lot of people, but the island is like thousands of people, right? I'm thinking, well, it's a small island, it can't be that much, but still too much for the suitcase.